Yes, waiting for you, and the players just about completed their warm-up for what really is an intriguing match, as John Lloyd was mentioning. These two men met in the first round of the French Open when Rafael Nadal was actually 3-5 down in the first set. Del Potro just got a little nervous, you sensed, and let that opportunity slip away. And once you let an opportunity slip away against Rafael Nadal on clay, you are in trouble. And Nadal ending up the winner, 7-5, 6-3, 6-2.
2 minutes.
Two minutes left on the warm-up, so there's a chance to introduce both men to you in a little more detail. Not that Rafael Nadal needs much introduction now. Just turned 21 on the 3rd of this month, from Manacor, the second city of the island of Mallorca. It's been ranked number 2 in the world for 99 consecutive weeks now, which is a record. In most areas he'd be number 1, but there's a fellow called Federer around. And of course, now only the second man in history to win the French Open 3 successive times, the other being a certain Bjorn Borg, runner-up at Wimbledon, quarters of the other 2 Grand Slams, the Australian and the US Open, and a quarter-finalist here last year, having to retire with a back injury when one set all with Leighton Hewitt. So if Rafael needs no introduction, I suspect that quite a few of you have not seen the young man he's about to play, who's 18 years of age and stands a mere 6'5". It's remarkable, these giants are coming through. You can see he's just below his career high. He's 59 in the world. He started the year as ranked 91, so he's moving up all the time. His first round victory over former Australian Open champion Thomas Johansson of Sweden was his first ever win on a grass court, 6-2, 6-4. So he's found a little bit of form, and John Lloyd has made the long journey from the studio next door. Never easy for someone coming to play the first match against someone who's already had a match.
No, and particularly someone who's had a match like Del Potro that was so impressive, where he looked incredibly sharp. And I'm always interested when you watch players, that particularly young players, and they come over, they've zoomed up the ranking, never really played on grass before. You can see how talented they are, but you wonder whether or not they can adjust to this surface. Well, Del Potro showed us that he can adjust to grass. It will be interesting against Nadal, who obviously will make him run a lot of balls down. But I tell you, if he starts well, Del Potro, today, and you know, he's not too nervous about playing Rafa, which he shouldn't be, because he played him in the French and did well, this could be a very tough match.
The other match they played was in Miami on hard courts earlier this year, and Nadal also won that one in straight sets.
I think Del Potro is in that group of, he's not quite at the level of the Djokovic and the Monfils and Gasquet and Andy Murray's, because you know he's on his way up and he hasn't quite had their experience. But I think this man within the next 3 to 4 years is going to be top 10 in the world. That's how highly I rate him. I think he's an excellent prospect.
It's a terrible thing to say, but he's the sort of next generation after Nadal, Djokovic and Andy Murray.
Exactly, exactly.
Who are 2 years older than him.
It's never ending.
In fact, he played Andy Murray in the quarterfinals of the French Open Juniors back in 2005, when he was a mere 15-year-old, and he lost to Andy on that occasion. But you're always looking for the next generation to come up. We're talking about Djokovic and Murray as being the people to threaten Federer and Nadal, and here's the next one after that.
Right, he's up there. Golbis, who was here this week, who lost a very tough first round match, but who beat Tim Hemmett at the French, he's another one. Cilic, who we saw yesterday. There's another group that's coming up fast behind, and you don't get any breathing space in the game today. That's the bottom line. There's talent all over the place, and they seem to be getting bigger. It's just unbelievable. We've got to stop this growth pattern of 6'5" plus. I mean, what's going on?
Juan Martín Del Potro to serve. First set. Ready. Play.
Not a bad start. for the man who I think is now known as the Johnny Depp
Love
of the tennis
15.
world, with those pirate shorts.
You'd have to change those for Wimbledon.
Well, not the length, just the colour.
Just the colour. Yeah.
$15 all.
Yeah. I saw a few of those against Johansson the other night. 129, just warming up, but right in the corner. That was the most important thing about that serve.
$30-15.
And now 135, so he is warming up. What was your fastest ever recorded serve?
Mercifully, they didn't have speed guns when I was playing. And if they ever have them now, I ask them to turn them off.
40-15.
Wow. Obviously nervous.
Game, Del Potro. First game.
Well, our umpire for this match, a very familiar face, Jerry Armstrong, who's been umpiring for a long, long time. His dad was an umpire as well, but he's got a new role at Wimbledon this year. Jerry, he's going to be one of the assistant referees, so he'll be out there inspecting the courts and looking up at the weather.
Good, so he'll get a bit of abuse.
Nothing changes, really, does
No.
it?
Rafael Nadal to serve. $15
Always takes a little while to get used to the spin of a left-hander. The ball kicks at you from a different direction.
$30. $40. Game, Nadal.
So nice love service game for the #1 seed,
One game more.
who is actually ahead of Federer in terms of the race, which is based on performances over this calendar year, as opposed to the ranking system, which is based on performances over the 12 calendar months, the last 12 months. So it'll be fascinating to see if he can keep ahead of Federer and end the year as #1. Certainly be a major aim for him now.
15 love.
Hasn't missed a first serve yet.